Hi, this is Michelle with She Lit the Way. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a pick a card reading for you, and this is the yes, no, or maybe. I have 4 piles for you to choose from. The first pile is the Everyday Witch Tarot. Pile number 2 is the St. Petersburg Russian Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot is pile number 3. And pile number 4 is the Tarot of 78 Doors. So think of your question, yes, no, or maybe, that you would like an answer to, and we will get started with pile number 1. Okay, if you chose pile number 1, Everyday Witch, this is your yes, no, or maybe reading. So as I'm shuffling the cards, go ahead and think about your question, what the situation pertains to, and we will see what you get. Pile number 1, yes, no, or maybe. Pile number 1, yes, no, or maybe. Pile number 1. Let's see if we can get 3 more cards for pile number 1. Definitely looks interesting so far. Okay, pile number 1. Yes, no, or maybe for pile number 1. Okay, we're going to take that one. So here we go. We got the World, the King of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the Moon, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Looks like, so for pile number 1, if you're just seeking the answer of yes, no, or maybe, this is a yes pile. So yes for pile number 1. Extra added information is, I feel as though some of you have just released something, have given up something that has been in your life for quite a while. This could be just a situation, a person, a job. I feel like it's, you're finally free and you're ready to go explore the world. So with the World, she's flipping off her hat. She's enjoying life. This is the World card. A cycle has ended. And then we have the King of Wands pointing out a new possible direction for you to pursue. So maybe you've been in a bad relationship, a bad job situation, and maybe you are free from that relationship now, and maybe you're moving into a new job position. So we do have the 3 of Wands. So some of you have been working on particular projects that are going quite well. We have the Hermit. This is definitely going in within and enjoying that peace that you finally seem to have with ending this cycle. We do have the Moon, so some things are hidden from you at this time. They're not illuminated. They will come to light probably within the next, I'm going to say 3 weeks is the number that I'm getting. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So what you're doing right now, there will be more added to it with the Knight of Pentacles. Kind of a slow moving energy, but also this is like another piece of the puzzle coming into play. So pile number 1, this is a yes. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you chose pile number 2, this is your reading, and this is the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. So as I'm shuffling, I would like you guys to think of your question, what you would like to know, yes, no, or maybe to. Okay. Yes, no, or maybe for pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know? Yes, no, or maybe. Yes, no, or maybe for pile number 2. So as I'm shuffling, I'm definitely seeing symbolically, pile number 2, you guys are practicing, you're aiming, you are hitting the bullseye. Some of you are ready for a battle, a war, a confrontation. It's like you're preparing yourself for that. That's just for some of you, not everybody, but that may resonate with some of you. So we have the 8 of clubs, Knight of clubs, Queen of swords, Ace of clubs, King of swords, and 2 of coins. Okay, can you see everything? So we have information coming in to you really, really quickly. Some of you may be wondering if you're going to get a particular job or you're going to hear from a job. Important information is coming in. Then we have the Knight of clubs, which is also a rushing of information. So there's a lot of fast movement with pile number 2. We have the Queen of swords and the Ace of clubs. So with the Queen of swords, this is someone who is being very tight with their words, not very forthcoming in this particular situation. You do have information coming in, but you are not wanting to share it with others. So there is the beginning of something new that you are putting together. We have the King of swords. This is your counterpart. So King and Queen of swords. This is you and another person working together very smoothly. And then we have the 2 of coins. So there's going to be something where you have to weigh your options. You're not exactly sure. So it's like you're waiting for the information to come in. It's coming in quickly. You're holding all of your cards close to your chest. We still have the 2 of coins. So I'm actually going to shuffle some more. And let's see if we can get a definite. So 2 of coins, clarification for the 2 of coins. And we have the 7 of clubs. So with the 7 of clubs, you are defending your ideas, your beliefs. You are confident. You are 100% confident in your beliefs. So pile number 2, as long as you stay in this beautiful state of confidence, and in some situations you may have to defend yourself, not in a fighting kind of way, but more in a spiritual kind of way, more in a standing your ground a little bit, having something really important information is coming towards you. So it's like really being firm with the information that does come in and clarifying that information and backing your ideas for a smooth transition. Okay, so that is a yes for pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you chose pile number 3, this is your yes, no, or maybe reading. So this is the Light Seers Tarot. I would like you to think of your question, a yes, no, or maybe question. And we will see what pile number 3 gets for their yes, no, or maybe. Okay. Yes, no, or maybe for pile number 3. I almost see pile number 3, you're waiting on something. You're waiting on something. It's almost like you're putting your stick in the fire, roasting that marshmallow, but it's almost like a, I don't know what the word would be, like a sarcastic waiting. There's like an impatience. You're getting tons of cards. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see what all you got. Must have a lot to talk about in pile number 3. I'm going to keep these cards together. They fell out together. Whew. Okay, first off, we have the Sun, the Knight of Swords, 8 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 6 of Cups, Page of Swords, and King of Cups. Whew. Okay, so there is a whole lot going on. I definitely feel as though there's some transformative energy, some big changes coming in for pile number 3. You have found a sense of freedom, almost like an escaping type feeling. Maybe something that has been blocking your ability to move forward or to resolve an issue. But the issue is going to be resolved. I see you definitely moving out of a situation. And once you get this realization, move out of the situation that is bothering you, this is where you can really start to work on some really deep inner feelings. You may be deciding with a relationship whether you want to stay or go. That can also go along with a job situation or a family situation. But you've gotten this sense of freedom. You've left a situation, but now the true work begins, is the feeling that I'm getting. There is some flipping and flopping of emotions. There's being in like a negative space for a little while, afraid to step out after you've gotten away from a particular situation. It's almost like you go to a safe area, a place where you can think, process the energy of what has just happened, and now you can look forward to, it's like that's where you're building up your strength. Wherever you are going to, that is where you're going to build up that inner strength. I have a feeling this is someone who you may go to see your family. This is where you feel as though all your senses get rejuvenated, and after life has, you know, just beat you up and sucked the life out of you, going home to your family is something that renews your spirit. We have the Page of Swords, so there is information coming in. I do feel as though some of you are getting information as far as a job. Also, fatherly advice is coming in. I do feel as though a parent is going to be a financial resource to you, an emotional resource to you at this time. It's like you're taking flight again, but you're building yourself up by going back to the past, which is familiar, which is family, which is love. It could be a space. It could be a particular park you like to go to. But this is where you're going to find that rejuvenated feeling of mind, body, and spirit. So yeah, you guys are definitely leaving behind a situation and rushing towards some peace and healing. So pile number 3, this is a yes for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you chose pile number 4, this is your yes, no, or maybe reading. This is the Tarot of 78 Doors. So as I'm shuffling, you guys think of your question. A yes, no, or maybe. So for pile number 4, yes, no, or maybe. Okay. Yes, no, or maybe. Pile number 4. Yes. Okay. We won't take that much. We'll take those 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's have a look. We have the King of Pentacles, Judgment, 7 of Cups, the Moon, and 4 of Swords, the Fool, and the Magician. Okay, so you guys are highly concerned about a situation, something that is making you feel uncomfortable. I'm feeling as though, like with the King of Pentacles and Judgment, I feel like you have a lot of pressure on you, financial responsibilities. You have this money, you have the means and the capabilities of making a lot of money. You kind of sit on that money a bit, like you have some in savings. You have some tucked away for a rainy day. I'm starting to feel as though people are aware that your financial situation is better than theirs, and there may be someone that comes to you for finances. So this is kind of like this weird triangle sensation feeling of somebody asking you for money, and it's because they know you have money, but it's like they don't really need the money. Very odd situation for some of you. With the 7 of Cups, there's a lot going on right now. You may even be having some anxiety concerning your job and how you would like to best proceed, whether it be something on your own or whether you continue in the position that you are, because obviously it's a very abundant position, but there's a lot of situations coming up in the workforce where it's forcing people to choose. So I feel as though for some of you are in that position. Just know that it seems to be financial abundance all around you. So take that with a grain of salt. And then we have the Moon, which is everything's not made clear right now for you. There is like an illusion that you are needing to break through. There's something that you're not seeing pertaining to this financial situation. So for some of you, it's like I said, it's with your work and certain issues at work that are coming up that you're going to have to choose what you're going to do. Others of you, this could be just starting a business or just getting the first thoughts of what you can do. We have the 4 of Swords, the Fool, and the Magician. So I think a lot of you may just pull out of the work area and maybe take a vacation and see what you want to do next. Because we do have the Fool and we do have the Magician. So we have rest. This is taking a risk. And this is the Magician, making anything happen that you need to. So for this particular pile, this is a yes, maybe. Some of you, I do see, making this big shift, this big change after you process a bunch of your, the information that you have floating around in your head. There are still things that have not come to light. And even with the 4 of Swords, with the blind guy walking, there's still things happening in your area that you're not seeing, that haven't come into being yet. So I think some of you have that risky idea that you're considering, and you're going to take it with a leap of faith. And with your abundance and with the Magician, being able to manifest what you want, having the financial capabilities to do that also. So For a lot of you, this pile is yes. For some of you, it's still in the deciding phase because all the information is not there for you. And it's not showing me really the information for you guys. It's like, take the leap or wait for more information and clarity. So there we have it for pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.